He found his passion as a child. He loved to go flying as a child with his neighbor next door. He loved to make model airplanes. This passion for aviation stuck with him throughout his entire life. One of my favorite stories about him is that one of his friends asked, probably in the late 50s or early 60s, when he was going to get out of the Air Force. And he responded, "Get out." He said, "I can't believe the government actually pays me to do this. I love this." The day before he died, he called his mother and said, "Do not worry about me because I am doing what I love."
I could tell students that we came very close to a nuclear war, and some of the most dangerous 13 days in history occurred right off the coast of the United States, 90 miles off the coast in Cuba, and that a person from Greenville, here where they're living, someone that went to school here, graduated from Greenville High, went to Clemson, was an Eagle Scout. If I can bring his life to the forefront for them, it makes it more relevant. It's like, wow, someone like me has done these amazing things.
He was selected for a top secret program called the Dragon Lady program, which was the U-2 training program. And it's important to understand that at this point in time in the country, this was the highest that man had ever flown. Flying in the U-2 at 60, 70, 75,000 feet was the highest that man had ever gone. This is before the days of space travel.
The invasion force, which was scheduled for a Monday, Anderson was shot down on the Saturday before that Monday. It was sitting there. People were in the boats ready to go into Cuba, invasion force. They would have drawn fire from the Soviet soldiers armed with nuclear weapons. The weapons U.S. officials did not know were present on the island. In executing extremely hazardous missions, Major Anderson was instrumental in obtaining vital photographs which materially assisted the United States government in charting the nation's military and diplomatic course during a period of national crisis. The extraordinary heroism and selfless devotion to duty displayed by Major Anderson reflected the highest credit upon himself and the United States Air Force.
One of his neighbors growing up once offered that he never wanted to fly in combat because he never wanted to kill anyone. So throughout his career, he always flew reconnaissance aircraft. He flew the RF-86 Sabre jet in the Korean War. The U-2 is a reconnaissance aircraft. I think that says a lot about his character as well.
And then when you tell them that this person who loved to fly and was actually chosen to fly a plane that was a top secret that nobody really knew about, and the person that volunteered for a mission that nobody else really wanted to do, but because of that and then his death, that helped to prevent a nuclear war. All those things come together and make history so much more relevant.
The importance of the shoot-down of Major Anderson's plane cannot be exaggerated in my view and that of others. Had that not happened, I and others believe that we would have stumbled into a world war. Needless to say, the war would have resulted in a nuclear holocaust and the death of untold millions of people. After 15 years of intensive research on the Cuban Missile Crisis in Russia, Cuba, and the United States, it has shown that the world came within a hair's breadth of a nuclear war in October 1962.
I think his life is just remarkable because it's everybody's life. It's nothing that he went out and intended to do. He was just a human being, and because he wanted to be the best he could be and always accepted a challenge, his life should be remembered by all of us. We're all blessed that he lived. And again, it's amazing that because of his death, we probably escaped a nuclear World War III. And that is something very powerful, I think, for all of us to think about.
Rudolf Anderson is an excellent example of someone who identified his passion as a child, committed himself to doing what he needed to do to fully explore it, and passionately loved what he did.